Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be my July top 3 and bottom 3 empties. After June I decided to start sharing with you, instead of all of the products I finished up, just top 3 and bottom 3, and also the value of the products I have finished up and decluttered. I actually do have some declutters this month, so let me start with those. Couple of my declutters I have talked about previously. First one being the Wet n Wild MegaGlo Contouring Duo, and I have almost finished it up, so I was thinking if I should just count it to be empty or a declutter. I decided to count it to be declutter because I didn't finish it up. And another declutter I have talked about is this Certifeye Tropical Wonders palette. I have mentioned this in 2 videos, but this one I am going to declutter. There is one declutter that I haven't talked about yet, so I have decided to declutter this 4-in-1 blush book. So this is a blush palette with 4 beautiful blushes. This looks absolutely stunning. These blushes are super smooth and pigmented. I don't think there is anything wrong with the quality of this product. I wanted this for a while, then finally last fall I bought it. I haven't used it almost at all. So this comes with 4 blushes. I actually do really much like this warm pink blush, and this one I would love to keep, but I'm not going to keep the entire palette for only 1 blush. And then again, you know, I think it would be stupid to give this away if I have taken 1 blush out of it, so I will rather just, you know, declutter the entire palette, hopefully find another home for it, and then perhaps after my no buy year try to find a blush in this color as a single blush. This pink blush maybe I could pull off, but I do have a similar blush already in my collection that I depotted from my Painted Face palette. These 2 blushes in the bottom row, they are just so deep, I cannot really pull them off. This bronzy orangey one is super metallic and intense. It almost looks like an eyeshadow, and then there is this plum blush that is just way too deep. There is no way that I can pull it off. So let me just swatch this. This is the orangey blush. As you can see, it is so metallic, and this is the plum blush. So I have decided to find another home for this palette. There is nothing wrong with the quality, but I just don't think this is the best palette for someone with fair complexion. I just don't. I think this would be beautiful for someone with maybe like light medium to medium, maybe even to deeper complexion. I don't know how these 2 lighter pluses would work on deep complexion, but I totally think that these darker pluses would work. But anyways, I don't need this palette. Hopefully I can find better home for it. So those are the products I'm going to declutter, and because there were 2 palettes, the total value of my declutters is pretty high this month. It is €70.24. But then the total value of my empties in July was €169.65. I think this month picking up my top 3 and bottom 3 wasn't quite as clear as in June. In June, especially in the bottom 3, I had some products that I had really strong opinions on. This time, even the bottom 3, it's not like I hate them, they are just not really something that I would reconsider buying. So let's go through this, and let's this time start with my bottom 3 products I wouldn't repurchase. First one being this REF Color Boost Masque in Platinum Blonde. This is in my Throwback 30 project pan, and the reason that I would not repurchase this product is that these masks don't do enough for my hair. I want my hair to be platinum blonde, like silvery, icy white, and these just don't do enough even if I let it be an hour in my hair. So instead I do use silver shampoo, and I have found one that is cruelty free, vegan and amazing. So I'm using this one from Bleach London. I used it today, and this is what I want my hair to look like. I want it to be cool toned blonde. Product number 2 that I'm not going to purchase again, I don't have actually anymore. This one was in my 19 in 2019 project pan. I kept talking about it pretty often, so I'm just quickly going to mention it. It is the Pixi Makeup Fixing Mist. So with this Pixi spray I had one major issue, and it was that it was so heavily rose fragranced that I just couldn't spray it to my face. Another thing is that I really don't think it did anything to my face. Even if I sprayed my face with it, I really couldn't see that much of a difference. Like, I didn't feel hydration, my skin wasn't dewier, I didn't see the product to make my makeup last longer. So what I did use it for was to wet eyeshadows, and I think I can find products that are for me more easily available and more affordable to do the same thing, because Pixi is not available here in Finland, so if I'm getting Pixi products I do order them from iHerb. But what I'm using currently instead of that Pixi one to wet my eyeshadows is this Catrice Multitalent Fixing Spray. I must say that this one is quite similar to the Pixi one. This is also scented and it has like a weird floral scent. I actually don't like the scent. And also with this one I don't see it really doing that much for my face, but to wet eyeshadows it works perfectly. So this is what I'm using currently. But from these Catrice sprays, I must say that I liked the anti-shine version so much more. I actually think it made my face look nice and hydrated and even a little bit dewy, which is weird because it said anti-shine in the bottle, but still it didn't make my face like flat matte. This is what I'm using right now. Catrice is so much more easily available for me, so I will not get this Pixi one anymore. However, I must say that I am curious about the Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist. That one I might try next winter because I want to find a setting spray that is hydrating. The number one product I wouldn't repurchase anymore actually used to be my holy grail. I don't have this product anymore, I already toasted it, but I used to love this product and I have bought so many of these, but I have realized that I don't think this is really worth of the money, and for this cost I can get products that work so much better, or then I can get a more affordable alternative that does the same than this. So I'm talking about the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer is for sure a more lightweight concealer. It provides nice coverage, but it's not even close to full coverage. Every time I used the Urban Decay concealer I had to layer it, and still I could see my circles come through. And you know, the Tarte Shape Tape, it's about the same price. At least if I buy the Urban Decay concealer from Finland, it is almost 30 euros. It's so expensive. Tarte Shape Tape I can order for 26 euros. Yes, I need to pay for shipping and for tax, but I can always order a couple at the same time. And the thing is that Shape Tape, which by the way I do have one here, this contains so much product. There is 10 milliliters here and so little bit goes such a long way. So I really go through one of these in a year, maybe a little bit under. But if I place an order for Tarte website and buy a couple of these, I don't need to make an order in a year and a half at least. So this is my holy grail concealer for under eye because it really covers. However, from this we can move straight to my top 3 empties list and start with number 3. And I'm going to talk about more lightweight concealer. So I do like to use concealer to highlight the high points of my face. And also sometimes it may be that I have an under eye concealer that is really not the perfect match for me right now. And then maybe I like to mix it with a more lightweight concealer in my under eye area. And I think the best for that is this Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I finished 2 of these. In July I have already repurchased one that is like really good shade for me now that I do have some tan. I did finish one in the shade C1 that is like my winter shade, and one in the shade C7 that is actually just a little bit too deep for me. But I have been mixing these concealers to finish them up. This is a really nice lightweight concealer. I would say that for me this works really similarly than the Urban Decay concealer. I feel it's a little bit more hydrating than Shape Tape, for example, but it doesn't cover quite as well. But this is what I love to highlight the high points of my face. It's also really affordable. In Prisma I can buy this for €5.98. So if you are looking for a more lightweight concealer, I would totally recommend this Revolution one. I must say though that I do run out of this quite quickly. Well, the packaging isn't the biggest, but maybe the formula is something that, because it's not so full coverage, I use it a little bit more. But I would recommend it. It's good for the price and I do love it. The second product I would repurchase actually surprised me, because usually I'm not that willing to pay high-end prices for this kind of products. I am talking about an eyeliner, so I totally would, and probably at some point will, repurchase this BareMinerals Lash Domination ink liner. This one was so good. But what's really special about it, that it lasted such a long time on me. So this one costs about €20 if I order it from Feel Unique. I must say that I can get it from Finland, from Kicks and from Sokos, but in those places this is €29. I don't think it's worth that much, or at least I don't want to, pay more just to get it from store, if we talk about like that much more. But for €21 I would totally purchase this again, because it lasted almost 6 months on me. So it did dry out in July, but that was actually my own fault, because I noticed that I hadn't closed this properly. I probably could have been able to get maybe a month or two more use out of this. I really do enjoy it. It's this really fine felt tip eyeliner. I love it because I was able to get 6 months worth use out of this. It's not really that many euros in a month. Currently I'm using an eyeliner from Essence that says super fine, but unfortunately that one is not good at all. It's really dry, it's not precise at all. I will for sure purchase this one again, but not right now. I will buy it again when I next time place an order for Feel Unique. I don't have any other business than this one to shop there right now, but once I will place an order there, I will buy another one. I just think the fact that it lasted so long makes it so good. And also it's nice intense black, and it's a fine, easy to use felt tip eyeliner. Product number one, what I would totally repurchase, and I have already repurchased, is this Alba Botanica Even Advanced Eye Makeup Remover. This is something I need to order from US, but I don't mind because it's so affordable, it's so good. This one takes my eye makeup off really effectively. All I need to do is put a little bit of this to a cotton pad, press it towards my eyes, and everything comes off, and my eyes don't have any sort of reaction to this one, which is amazing because I do have pretty sensitive eyes, and many micellar waters and eye makeup removers tends to burn my eyes just a little bit, but this one doesn't burn my eyes at all. It's also really affordable, only €5. Okay, so that was the total value of my declutters and empties in the month of July, as well as my top 3 and bottom 3 empties. Bottom 3 with some alternatives that I will keep buying in future. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in my next one. Bye bye.